Well, we know that winter is the season for indoor sports, but you can play one indoor sport all year round. eSports.
Nice.
Yes, very cool, very fun. Still gives your kids, that same team mentality of playing a more traditional sport, if you will. But eSports are really kind of taken off. And not only are they taken off here on Delmarva, but at Sussex Central, they are also eSport champions when it comes to playing chess. So we're going to introduce you to the championship winning team and all the work that went into coming home victorious. All right, CoastLife, I want you to think back a minute to your high school days. I know. They were the best of times, they were the worst of times. But if you remember being part of a team, maybe you played some sports, maybe you were part of a club or extracurriculars in your school, you remember that feeling of being proud when you accomplished something. Well, maybe you haven't heard of eSports, but it's something really incredible, and it's something that Sussex Central is doing and dominating in. So I'm hanging out in one of the classrooms with the assistant coach for the eSports team, Jeff Gartman. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, we're excited because eSports is sort of a new thing. It's something that, I've heard of, but just really on the periphery, but it's really picking up popularity and speed. So can you explain to us and our audience a little bit about what eSports are?
So for people that don't know, eSports is basically playing video games. It's kids that compete in multiple games. The league that we're in does League of Legends and Smash Bros. And Madden, Mario Kart, and then of course chess is part of that. It is something that nowadays a lot of people play chess online. It's not all over the board.
Yeah.
So and it's it is a growing sport around the world. A lot of colleges have teams and arenas even where they play, and there's a lot of big money out there.
There is a lot of big money, is my understanding, if you are good at eSports. And I know that it really does kind of take on similar elements of more traditional sports, if you will, of that teamwork, that camaraderie. I mean, I remember playing video games with some of my friends on the couch. It was just fun.
A lot of people think that just sitting in front of a TV, playing a video game, that it is the opposite of a sport. But really, like you said, the teamwork is a major part of sports, and that is what these kids do. Chess is kind of solitary, but we do have multiple players on the team, so they match up against another team of players. But in the sports that we have, they have to work together. Mario Kart, all of the racers. I hope that a lot of people out there know that it's a pretty popular game.
Yes.
And the racers are all on the track at the same time, and they have to work together and communicate, and all of those aspects that go into the more traditional sports.
It certainly keeps up the competitive spirit as well, which was something I always enjoyed.
It can get pretty heated, yeah.
I know it can. So let's talk about your chess team, because you guys are champions.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about this championship that you guys recently won.
Our chess team competed in a tournament in eSports. They finished the regular season. They were seeded second out of, I think there were, well, I know it's in the 20s, but there were teams from 4 different states. It's the Mid-Atlantic region. So eSports in Delaware is not just in Delaware. We compete against Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. So there were a lot of teams, the best chess players in those schools, and our team came in first. They won the championship a couple of weeks ago, and it was very exciting. It was I never thought before that I could get excited watching chess, but I've learned a lot from the players about how the competition works, and following it. It was just like watching football or baseball for me. It was exciting.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you having us and talking about the eSports team. We're actually going to have a chance to chat with some of the champions themselves as well.
For team captain Robbie Johnson, chess has always been a passion.
So I used to play chess in my free time, right? And when I figured out that eSports had finally just come up with putting chess in, I was like, that'd be pretty cool. I could play for an actual school. I can have this become competitive.
Chance Parker takes us back to how it felt to make the winning move and crown Sussex Central champions.
It felt amazing. I was completely losing the game for the first part of it, and then they slip up once, and I play a move that almost nobody around me could see, and then I play another one, and end up winning the game.
If you have a teen at home who's interested in eSports, the Sussex Central team encourages them to simply give it a try.
I mean, if you're into video games, you might as well just join a chess team or any other team involving eSports. I mean, what's the harm, right?
I think it's just a fun way to hang out with your fellow students and get out of the house.
Well, one more big congratulations to the esports team here at Sussex Central. And he was too humble to say it himself, but Robbie, the team captain, he is in the top 1% in the world of esports chess players. Is that not the craziest thing you've heard today? Because it was the craziest thing I heard today. But congratulations once again to them. And don't forget, if you are a parent and your kid is considering getting into esports, don't be afraid to encourage them and foster a little of that competitive spirit and that teamwork. I think it's healthy for all of us. So definitely a worthwhile thing to check out. But something else that is always worthwhile and worth checking out, more CoastLife, and that is what's on the way.